Hello. I have been kind of feeling some of the collective energy come through, and like the things that came up were sort of like this grief. And I don't think that a lot of people recognize it as grief. I think it's a little bit more akin to like shock. Where there's a lot of things that are happening collectively. There's things that are happening in our personal lives that are sort of triggering this feeling of like, what is happening and like what is changing and like how is this falling apart and like this how is anybody letting this happen? And so I wanted to pull cards around that. The other thing that also came up in the energy was being pulled into this space where you are no longer able to not see the things that maybe you've been avoiding actively, maybe you've been avoiding because you're trying to protect yourself and protect your energy. So the message for the collective like grief thing that came up is the Chariot. So this card to me is it's really kind of, I think of it like the Uber of the universe, where it's like get in, loser, or going somewhere. Like the universe is coming to get you. You don't need to make sure there's gas in your car. You don't have to drive. You don't need to know where you're going. Like it's like a best friend picking you up to take you somewhere. It feels like a message of, if the shock, if the grief, if the suffering is hitting you really hard, it's sort of a time to lean into an understanding that like, even if it doesn't feel like it, all things are happening for the best, highest good of all. Especially for you, whatever circumstances you're going through, like whatever difficulties you're going through, like these are things that are happening for the best, highest good of you. That is my belief. And I feel like a lot of times it doesn't look like it's for our best. It doesn't feel like it's for our best. When we get to the other side of it, it's like, oh, okay, got it. So just know that you're being held and supported by the universe. And then that feeling around like coming into a space where like you can't unsee the things that you've been avoiding any longer. Two cards came up. The first one, oh, this is so good. Everything is fine. So we have this girl that's doom scrolling. This is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is typically a card of like, this is terrible. Like nobody wants to have all these 10 swords in their back, but the beautiful thing about Ten of Swords is that this is the worst of it. Like you've survived the worst of it. Maybe you survived by doom scrolling, no judgment, me too. But just to know that this is, you've come to an end of whatever the worst of it is. And then the other card that came out is the Three of Pentacles. And so this is a card of, collaboration. It's also a card of, like working together, creating a plan, like having, a group dynamic together. The energy of, these two together is just this feeling of, you made it through this really difficult thing and you have, you've got wisdom, you've got support. It needed to happen for you to be able to see that, that you can do hard things, that you can make it through hard things. And so if that resonates with you, like, I just feel like I want to encourage you to continue to listen to that like inner voice that you have, continue to build and grow the trust in yourself, because we're in this really chaotic time where we're being shown things and being given information and it's too much, too fast. It's hard to sort out. And, a lot of that is for the purpose of like causing this confusion in us. And the more that we are able to, trust the universe, the more that we're able to, maybe put down the phone, but also trust, these mentors that are teaching and guiding us as we practice, as we learn things. Like the more that we can do that, the more we can tune into ourselves, the more that we can start to hear what it is that is best for us to take action on, best for us to, do as far as like action steps or our beliefs, or even just questioning the things that we've always accepted. So I hope that this message was helpful for you. And I hope that you're not alone or that that you're not alone in feeling kind of this weird, I don't know if it's like collective grief or shock or just, needing to kind of protect ourselves from all the things that are happening, but I'm right there with you. And you know, we could do hard things. Also, nothing's real, everything's made up. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. So I encourage you to make the best decisions for your life, for yourself, for your community, for your people, for your babies, for your fur babies. And yeah, just know that I'm right there with you.